Okay. Uh, thank you so much for joining us today, Madam Grace. I'm so happy to have you. And I like the fact that technology didn't um, give us a problem today. So, like, I'm very excited about that, that technology
Yeah,
was
yeah,
not an
yeah.
issue. Yes, today it was
Yes.
not an issue. I was more worried about the technology because I'm like, oh my goodness, this has to work today. So we'll just get right into it. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you for taking your time to have this conversation with us. We are so grateful to have you here on this platform, on our platform, and we look forward to learning so much from you. So just before I get into right into it, is that what I understand with what you do, you are this amazing entrepreneur, possibility life coach. You're an author. You are a life coach. You're a speaker, and you have impacted over 2,000 women, which I feel that's not true because when you impact one woman, they tell another woman. So you should be saying you impacted close to 6 to 7,000 women actually, because
Yeah.
when I'm impacted as a woman, I go and share it with my friend. So I just don't keep it to myself. So
Yeah.
you've impacted over 2,000 women, and you have this amazing story where you were working in the banking sector, having this high profile job, and you lose your job, and then bam, you have this amazing book, I Kissed My Job Goodbye, and you are now inspiring women across the world to take up entrepreneurship as a result, as an alternative to joblessness. So that's what you
Yeah.
do roughly. And yeah, so thank you so much. Thank you so much once again. I just want you to quickly introduce yourself.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. And as you said, my name is Grace Quarshie, and I'm the author of this book. I Kissed My Job Goodbye. This is my first book. I Kissed My Job Goodbye, how I went from joblessness to owning a successful business and living a fulfilled life. This book is on Amazon. It's a blueprint for anyone who wants to start an entrepreneurial journey. And also, if you find yourself being afraid to take steps to start a business, to start a new career, or whatever you want to be afraid, this book is your survival guide or your blueprint that will help you to get that boldness and confidence to take that step. My second book, and which I co-authored with 17 African women and across the world, is called My Africa, My Identity. Is a stories of passions of people who have overcome life issues and all that. And my third book, which I'm so proud to be in co-authorship with Les Brown, will be launched in June. And also my second solo book will be launched in my birthday too as well. I'm a life possibility coach for women, and I'm also an international speaker. I'm so excited of how far I have come as a woman. But what I want everyone watching me right now to know is that this was not Grace 6 years ago.
Hmm.
6 years ago, I received a phone call to come into a meeting. And prior to that, there was a lot of tension in the organization where I was working. And so when I was going for this meeting, after hanging up on the phone call with my boss, I was asking myself, I hope this is not what I'm thinking of. Well, Fiwi, I was welcomed as I entered the meeting room. I was welcomed by a panel.
Wow.
And my boss said in a voice I have never heard her spoke in before, she said, Grace, I'm sorry to be the one to tell you this, but you are part of 200 people who are going to be laid off today.
Wow.
Immediately she said that, my heart sank into my stomach. As
Wow.
I stretched my shaking hands to take my redundancy letter, my palms were sweating even in an air-conditioned room. When I got up from my seat and I headed towards the door of that meeting room, I felt like I've entered a tunnel with no end and full of darkness. And the question that I asked myself was, what next for you, Grace? And
Wow.
so when I lost my job, I felt like I was so much disappointed in myself, first of all. And the thought of not good enough kept on haunting me because I felt I was not good enough. That was why I was laid
Mm.
off. And also, the reason why I was disappointed in myself was that at the age of 19 years, I ran away from home so that I could take myself to the university. There was no parental support. And so when I ran
Wow.
away from home, I put myself out there in the street. I slept on street. I did all sorts of legal jobs to take care of myself. And the dream was that one day I'm going to become this lady that I'm going to tell other women that no matter what you go through in life, you can still achieve your dreams. It is possible for you. And so when I lost my job, I didn't just lose a job, Fury, and anyone who is
Mm.
watching, I did not just lose a job, I lost a dream
Sure.
of me rising up to the corporate ladder and letting other people know that no matter how it is possible. It wasn't until one day when I had an encounter after not being able to sleep, and I had three questions that has been the foundation of my coaching and everything that I talk about is this. The first question I had was, Grace, where are you now? The second question I heard was, Grace, where do you want to be? And the third question I heard was, what do you need to get to where you want to be? These three questions has been my guiding light to move me from a laid off employee to become a self-published author of three books, to be able to become an international speaker, and to be able to also coach other people to see their possibilities. And that is why I'm on a mission. And anything you see me do, I do for my mission and my vision to inspire, empower, and equip other women and let them know that they are possible. Because if you look at me right now, I'm looking at your possibilities within you because it is possible for you too as well. So that is all about
Oh, wow.
grace.
Oh wow, I'm so moved. I didn't know that you ran away from home and you've lived in the streets on the streets before. I'm so moved by that. And I like something that you said, when you asked yourself a question, what next? That's a very important question. Whenever something happens in our lives, I feel like we should not waste time on whether we should cry, cry, but like don't cry so much because you need to be moving ahead. As much as you have so many challenges, you need to be asking that very important question: what next? Like I feel like that is the deciding factor for you moving from point A to point B. So you asked yourself a very important question: what next? And I feel like I believe it's going to resonate with so many people watching this. The what next, whatever you're going through at this moment, yes, it is very challenging. I can only imagine. However, don't ever forget to ask yourself the question, what next? So this leads me to my next question. Can you just share some of the challenges you faced after being called and being told that, okay, after serving for this many years in this company, we are deciding to let you go? What is that one challenge where you faced and it took so much time to get out of?
That was the thought of not being good enough.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the thought I struggle with me. It was a battle. I was every day beaten by that thought, the thought of not being good enough. And I believe that this thought is a lot of thought that is stopping a lot of people from walking into their possibilities because it comes every day. And for me, when I got home, and every time I think that there are people still working in the bank and I was laid off, the only thing that pointed to me was like, Grace, you are not good enough. And that thought is a lie. What I want you, wherever you are watching me from, I want you to know that that thought is a lie. You are good enough, but you just have to take your time and access and look within you before you can see your possibilities. Are you there, Fiwi?
Yes, I'm
So
here. Oh, wow.
that was the thought that was my biggest challenge. And the work was for me now to begin to look within myself and to see what I can do with my life. That is what has helped me
Wow.
to be able to transform and create a whole new life for myself when I was able to overcome that thought of not being good enough.
Oh my goodness. That's so powerful. The thought of not being good enough. And I believe that we many of us are victims to that. Like when something as losing your job happens, the first thought you have is that they let me go because I was not good enough. And that's
Yes.
not the case. You are not defined by what you do. You are so
Yeah.
much more than that. And it takes a certain mindset to get to that point where you are challenging or positioning yourself to say, in as much as I have been laid off, I am not my job. I bring so much more to the table. I was not created for this. I do that, but I was not created for this. So I'm very moved by that. Looking within yourself in very trying times. I know that I suffer. I battle to look within at times. Whenever I'm going through so much, I have the not good enough feel always roaming around my thoughts that, oh my goodness, you're not good enough, just leave this, stop this, and all of that. So looking within yourself is something very important as an individual whenever you're faced with
And that
very,
is,
very
you see, when everything has been thrown at you, when you have
true.
faced all the challenges, everything, there's this power within you that you have to wake it up. I believe God gave that power to us.
Mm,
And most of us, when we go through challenges, in there lies the answer to whatever happens to us whenever we go through a challenge. And that was my experience. And that is why I coach people on it. I speak on it a lot. And it's not an easy thing to do, I must admit. It's not an easy thing to. You need to develop a certain mindset to be able to go through that process where you can look within yourself and see what is within you for you to take that thing up to move to transform your life or to move you from where you are to where you want to be,
to
you
be.
know. Yeah.
So important to look within yourself and so that you can have an idea where you want to be is something very important. And this leads me to my next question, that
Yeah.
something that resonated with me when I was busy reading your story is that it's very important for you to assist, especially a woman, to consider entrepreneurship as an alternative to job loss. Why is that
Yeah.
so? Why is that very important to you?
Yeah, because for what happened to me, if I had not taken that step to venture into entrepreneurship, I don't know what would have happened to my life, 6 years ago. So, and also, I also see that people think there is no option,
Mm,
so they look at it like, okay, so if I lost my job or whatever happens to me, the only solution for me is to go and look for another job again, and sometimes it takes you forever to get another job again, and that is when you start doing self-pity. If you don't take care,
mm,
you be begging for money and all those things. I mean, the job is not the only option. That's what I want. That is why it's this very important to me to look at other
yes.
alternatives
Yes.
in your life. And one of the alternative I can give you is starting your own entrepreneurial journey or
Yes.
starting something on your own. There are so many problems in the world. that we can never finish solving.
Yes,
And that is
true.
why with whoever you are, you will be able to set yourself apart. You'll be able to train yourself to become a solution to a particular problem in the world. And so that is why I keep on
Yes,
telling
true.
people, and it's very important to me that losing a job or wherever you find yourself, it is not the only solution. There are so alternative, there are so many things that you can do out there with your life, and you have to find out that particular thing and run after it and develop a dream, a career in that area. And for me, that is what I've dedicated. I would say that I'm going to dedicate the rest of my life to help people see in a different view and to also shape their
Mm,
mindset to that possibility around them, So that is it.
mm. You know, I love what you said also about that. People need to understand that there are so many options. In as
There are
much as
so
we,
many options.
yes, there's so many options. You know,
There are
when you
so
lose a
many
job,
options.
there's so many options. When you lose a job, yes, it is very painful. However, it's don't focus your energy on that alone. There's so many options, and even whilst you're still looking for a job, what are you doing in the meantime? You know, what are you doing in the meantime to keep your mind active and positive, and keeping this possibility mindset? And I love what you said about that. There are so many options. Like when you lose employment, when you are going through a very tough time, there are so many options, and it's something that we need to take into consideration. And that's why you preach about stepping outside of fear. And that's one thing I feel I connected with you with that, because I believe that
Thank you.
fear holds so many people.
Oh
Fear,
yes.
really, fear. Oh my goodness. You have this big idea and you want to start something, but because of fear, you find yourself having to limit yourself and not stepping into the other side of other side of what
Yeah,
you want to do. So
yeah, yeah.
you preach about fear, stepping out of fear. Why is that very important for you?
Yes,
Stepping outside
because
of fear.
through my experience of coaching people and interacting with people as a coach to help them see their possibilities and all that, one thing I notice is that fear keeps holding them back. And when I started my journey, anytime you want to do something new, that thought will come into your mind like, what if I fail? What if I fail? So this question, what if I fail, is like a rope tied around people's waist. And anytime they want to do something new, it will pull them back. And it's something that by God's grace I have been able to overcome in all my endeavors. And anything, I was able to overcome that fear to write a book. I was able to overcome that fear to become a coach, to become an international speaker from Africa. And so I believe that for people to unlock their possibilities, they also have to overcome that thing called fear. And in my book, in chapter 13, I dedicated a whole chapter to what with fear. And in that book, I talk about how even if you are afraid, step out in fear and do it. And that's one of the ways you can calm fear and do whatever you want to do, start something new for yourself and all that. Fear is holding a lot of people back, and I want them to come out of it to access their possibilities. That's why I talk about it most of the time, especially women.
Oh my goodness, stepping out of fear. And I believe that we all have that we all
Yeah.
are get to that point in our lives where we are afraid. We have these amazing ideas and fear holds us back.
Yes.
And I believe one of the reasons I want to have these conversations with many people, especially entrepreneurs, is to show that in as much as people are entrepreneurs and they are standing, they also had to step out of something. And one of
Oh
them
yeah.
But one of the aspects is fear, and it's normal to have fear. That's why I want to put this out there to say it's normal to have fear. That's why you
Yeah,
have people like yourself coming onto these platforms to share the reality that fear is something that is possible. It's present. You
yeah,
can't run away from it, but you can conquer it. And
yeah.
hence it's very important so that we have these conversations with these entrepreneurs. And my second last question to you is that what are some of the steps in terms of breaking free from our comfort zones? Because I know that many people are comfortable. We're comfortable. Okay, I've been applying for this certain job, I'm not getting it. Or I've been trying to become an entrepreneur, it's not working for me. I'm just sitting in my corner, I don't want to network with people, I don't want to do anything. What are some of the steps we can try to implement into our lives to break free from our comfort zones, especially this
You
2022?
know, one of the mistake that we do most of the time is that when you want to do something and you find out that you are not able to do it, there you find a way of doing it. Okay. And one of the way for me, I tell people that in anywhere I'm being interviewed, I say it that one of my success story or my success secret is coaching. For the past 3 years, when I lost my job 6 years ago, and after some 2 to 3 years, I started coaching. I have coached with the best of the best. I have coached under with Lisa Nichols. I have coached with a lot of foreign coaches. And that thing that I did was able to help me to push me out of my comfort zone and to face my
Mm,
fears. You said something about
yes,
networking, and I agree with
yes,
you. Never be on your own. The moment you decide that you want to change the world or you want to do something, there are people who have done it already. There are people
yes,
who have crossed the road or the water that you want to cross. So why should you do it alone on your own?
yes, mm,
Why should you do it on your own? If you want to come out of your comfort zone, just find someone who can help you to come out of your comfort zone.
so, yes,
And then that person, my coach, Mr. Nico, will say that borrow someone's courage because you don't have it.
yes,
So go and borrow someone's courage and use it to come out of your comfort zone. Now go
yes,
and look for someone's shoulder and stand on it. There are lots of people in this world who have path the pathway that you want to path. So why should you
yes,
walk on it alone? Why should you work on it alone? When I
mm,
said I want to become an international speaker, I look for someone who is a world motivational multi-billion-dollar speaker, and that was Lisa Nichols. I
yes,
jumped on her campus. I paid for it. It wasn't for free. I paid for it. I jumped on her campus with her other coaches that taught me how I can connect in terms of speaking. And after that, I went to my next level to look for another coach, which I am currently coaching with for 1 good year. So why wouldn't I have the confidence to do whatever I'm doing?
mm,
Because number one, I'm standing on somebody's shoulders. Number two,
yes,
I'll borrow someone's courage and I'm doing whatever I am doing. So whatever you want to do, find in that field or who has done it before and follow that person, learn from that person. And it will help you to put yourself in an environment. If you've been listening to me, feel you can also hear me talking
mm,
about us putting ourselves in the right environment. It will also
yes, yes,
help
yes,
you look for like-minded
true,
people. Look for
yes,
like-minded people because people who are not thinking in your direction would not send you to wherever you are going.
true, true,
Like-minded people who think like you, who see things like you,
you,
who have a future like you, will be
true,
able to help you to take you to wherever you want to go. A lot of us, that's our problem. We still
mm,
find ourselves in that environment and we say we want to do this, we want to do that. It will never happen until you change your environment, until you change the way you are speaking, the way you are seeing things, the way you perceive yourself. You are not going to come out of that comfort zone. You're not going to come out of that place to be or go to wherever you want to go. So for me, is that this is my personal experience and my opinion, that
Yes.
is one of the things that can help you to get to that place.
Yes. Oh wow, I'm so moved. I'm so moved. Firstly, like the fact that you were mentored by Lisa Nichols. I follow her. I love her work, amazing work that she's doing. And you mentioned something that's very important as well, that you paid to get on the program. So I've also seen that people don't want to invest in themselves because you came out of your people don't want people, Madam Grace, people don't want to take out money. People don't want to invest in themselves, and they don't understand that when you invest in yourself, it benefits you. You paid this program, this you probably paid so much in dollars, but it's rewarding to you. You were depositing into yourself, and that's what one of the ways of coming out of your comfort zone is to you deposit into yourself. And you mentioned something important as well about you cannot make it alone. You cannot make it alone. You need people.
It's
You
no
can't
way.
be there's no way. You can't be sitting in one place and moping and hoping that things are gonna work out, because I
Yeah.
see when I engage with so many people and I ask them, what's the problem? No, I can't do this and this. And then I ask them, have you spoken to anybody about this? Have you found somebody? Do you have an accountability partner with what you're doing? What are you doing to take yourself out there? Because you cannot be sitting in a corner and hoping that people are going to come and save you. Nobody's going to come and save you. You need to take yourself out there. And I love what you did by, paying. You deposited into yourself. It was not nice taking out money. Like, it's
Yeah,
rewarding.
because I know what I want and I know where I'm going.
Yes.
A lot of people who are not ready to invest in themselves, they don't know what they want and they don't know where they are going. I know
Yeah.
what I want, I know where I'm going from my vision. And so, from my vision board is here. From my vision, I know what I want and where you are going. You will know who you need to help you get to that place, because your vision or your dreams need people. There is no
True.
way, there is no way you can achieve your dreams on your own. So if you have a clear vision, if you have a clear dreams, and you know exactly what you want, who you want to be, and where you want to go, you will surely know the people that you need, and you will go to them for that help that they want to give to you. And I want you to, whoever is watching, whoever you're watching me, I want you to know that the best investment you can do in yourself is not by buying a Gucci bag or a Gucci shoe. The best investment you can do is to invest, because that investment, no one can take it from you. If you invest in a house, it can get burned. It's good to invest in a house. I have a business which is a real estate business with my husband, and we have invested in a lot of houses and land. It's a very good thing. I just sold a property that I bought 10 years ago, and if I tell you the investment I got on it, it will amaze you. There is no investment that you will not get a return. And guess what?
True.
If all those physical things, if you invest in it and you can get a return, how much more yourself? The one
Oh.
thing that people are not, the reason why they are not able to invest in themselves is that they don't have confidence in themselves that they can do
Mm.
it, able to do it. If you have low self-esteem or you don't believe in yourself, you will not invest in yourself. But if you believe in your abilities, if you believe in your capabilities, if you believe in your dreams, if you believe in who you are, come on, you are going to invest in yourself. You are surely going to invest in yourself. If you believe you have a dream that the world needs and someone is waiting on you for that dream to manifest, you are going to invest in yourself. And investing in yourself is one of the best things. I
Yes.
have paid over more than $40,000 in coaching, and I'm still coaching. I
Wow.
coach. If I see something I need, I go for it. I coach and I put myself, because I know where I'm going, what I want. So if you know what you want, if you know where you are going, you will know that you need people. You need people to get there. You cannot do it alone. And it will even get you there faster. It will get you there faster. It will help you calm your fears. It will give you courage to get there faster.
Oh my goodness. I'm so moved. I'm very moved. You need people, you need to invest in yourself because it will benefit you in the long run. We should stop looking at investments as right now that we want to reap the rewards right now. In the long run, it's going to benefit you. Just take a chance on yourself because if you don't do it, nobody will invest in yourself. Nobody will invest in you. So take that risk on yourself. Believe in yourself. Like Madam Grace said, have confidence in yourself, in your own abilities that you can do it. And
Yeah.
this is my last question to you, Madam Grace. Your message to young Africans on the continent, young people who are in despair. They don't know what to do. They are either unemployed, trying to enter the labor market, or they've given up, but they want to venture into entrepreneurship, or they want to take a stand. Right? Like, what do you have to say to them?
If you've been listening to me from the beginning, I've said a lot, and you should be able to pick something from it. But to sum it all and to say something in a final way is that I want you to first of all know that it is possible for you to. Okay, it is possible for you, and you can only see that possibility when you shift your mindset to that possibility. You can only do that when you shift your mindset to that. That's one thing I want you to know, that everything starts from you. Everything starts from you. This morning I was doing my recordings on my YouTube video, and one of the series I was talking about is that you looking within yourself and stop pointing finger at people. Oh, it's because of the government, it's because of this and all that. And look within yourself and start shifting your mindset to your possibilities. What is in you that you can do? And I say that with your skills, with your abilities, there is a solution in you for a problem out there. The thing is that you haven't seen it because you have not shifted your mindset to your possibilities. The moment you are able to shift your mindset to your possibilities and you look within you, you will see and you will know that there is a solution in you to a problem out there. And that is when you can now start looking at how to put structures and systems around your solution so that you can go out there, become a value to someone else, and then they will in turn pay you and put money in your pocket and other things that will come along with it as you solve people's problem and you add values to people's life. There are lots of options out there, but until you shift your mindset to your possibilities and look within you and see what you can do, what you can do with your life, you'll just be going around in circles. And don't forget that you need people to also get to that destination.
Thank you so much. Look within yourself. Don't forget that you need people. Please, you cannot do it alone. You cannot do it alone. You need people. Nobody who has made it to the top made it by themselves. They had a whole line of people pushing them and taking them to the top.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
need people. That's why we call this platform Entrepreneurship with Purpose. We are raising entrepreneurs. We're talking to entrepreneurs with purpose. They've got an
yeah,
intention in their entrepreneurial journey. The intention is to bring change. We are not just bringing a platform where we have people, just people who are there. We want people who are bringing change. And we thank you so, so much, Madam Grace, for your time and for your wisdom. And I believe you continue to raise 100,000 other women. I believe that's
that's
what
my
you're destined
mission.
to
Yeah,
do.
that's the mission, that's the vision. And by God's grace, we are
Yes,
on every day, we are moving on every day. Yeah,
every day, to have the courage, also to the whoever's going to be watching this, to have courage as well, to step outside of fear, because fear
yeah,
can hold you back. It will hold you back. Move away from your comfort zone. believe in yourself and know that you cannot make it alone. You ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Thank you so much. This is entrepreneurship with purpose. Don't forget
Before
to
you
follow
go,
Madam Grace.
if I can
Please,
share.
yes. Mhm.
Yes, I have. First of all, I have a gift for women. I mean, anyone who wants to build their confidence. It's called seven empowering ways to activate the woman that you want to become. So this is my first time of using this red stream. So I've sent the link to you. View it on your LinkedIn. Please make sure you share it with this live video so that people can who are watching can go there and get access to this gift. Seven empowering ways to empower to activate the woman that you want to become. This is a masterpiece which includes my tips and my steps that I use to transform my life from a laid off employee to becoming a self published author, an international speaker, and a coach. I'm telling you that it will transform your life. Make sure you get this gift from me. And also, I want to invite you for my masterclass, which is
Mhm.
happening on the 13th of February, and I call it Momentum Masterclass. Why momentum? Because the year is moving and you cannot fold your arms. You can fold your arms and watch 2022 just pass by without you doing anything to change your life or to transform your situation. You need a momentum, and that's what I'm going to share with you during this masterclass. I will send the link to you to feel you can share it on this
I
video
will
so
definitely share it.
for it to as well. So thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for coming. I'll share all the links. I'll share all the links. I'll do a separate post and I'll share all the links so that they can check them out and follow and join the masterclass and not miss out. This is the year where we are stepping out of our comfort zones. We're stepping out of fear. Please be encouraged to join in, take part. Don't be left behind. Don't be left behind, especially if you have internet access. Use it to your good. If you have internet access, please use it to your good, and you know you've got time on your hands. Please take advantage of this opportunity. And thank you so much, Madam Grace. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the work that you're doing. I know and believe that you are a trailblazer already. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Please have a
Thank
good
you.
day.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Entrepreneurship with Purpose. Thank you so much for the promotion you are doing, for the work you are doing to promote us. One of the things we need as entrepreneur is support, and you are giving it to us. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good day, Madam Grace. Bye.